Hi, welcome back to Maria's Kitchen. I am so excited to be here with you. Today I've got a wonderful recipe for you. It's a Jell-O sponge cake. And I got to tell you a little bit about this sponge cake. My mother used to make it for my family and it was a favorite. Now, she used to work at the school district and she got it from Martha Amancio. So I am sad to say that I never got to make it side by side with my mother or ever see her make it. The only way, she has now since passed, and so the only way is the last phone call that I had on the phone with her, and she ran me through the steps on the phone. And I have also asked her sister Gloria, which has made it several times and I think has seen my mom make it side by side. So I'm going to do my best and to show you this wonderful, beautiful sponge Jell-O cake. So I'm going to be right back to go over the ingredients with you. The very first thing you're going to need are some Angel Food cakes. Now I've got two here. I've got a 14-ounce round one and I've got a 10-ounce square one. So you'll need this much, but I want to let you know that my aunt uses two round ones and it's fine. It comes out fine. So whatever you choose. You're going to need one box of Jell-O, and that is going to be the 6-ounce size. You'll need two Cool Whips, and these are 8 ounces, so you'll need two of those. And the strawberries are just for decoration, and you will definitely need a bundt pan, and you're just going to need water, and that is it. We'll come back and get started. Let's get started. You're going to need lovely Jell-O, and I've got strawberry Jell-O here. So you're going to open this up, and we are going to do this speed set because we're going to want to do this pretty quick, but you don't have to do the speed set. You could actually do the regular one, but I'm going to do fast time for you. So the speed set here is going to be 1.5 cups of boiling water. So I already have my water boiling here. So we're doing the 1 cup of boiling water, and then we're going to do the half here, half. Okay, and we are going to stir this around really good until it's dissolved, and we'll keep doing this. And then the speed set, we're going to go ahead and put 1.5 cups of ice cubes, and I have mine here crushed already. So this is mixed well. We're going to go ahead and get 1.5 cups. Let's see if I can scoop this in. It's going to be messy, but we'll try to do it. 1.5 cups of the ice cubes. There we go. And what you're going to do is stir this around. I want to get these. I had some left in there. Okay. So we're reducing it by 1 cup of the recipe because we want it to be thicker. And you're going to keep stirring this until the ice dissolves. And we'll be right back and I'll show you what it's going to look like. So it looks like all of the ice has melted. Now if there's any ice cubes, you'll want to pull them out, but it looks like this is pretty good. I don't see any ice cubes. So we are going to put it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. But I'm going to check in 15 minutes because we never know how our refrigerators could be really cold. We want it set, but not really set. I'm going to have to show you exactly what it looks like. Okay, we'll be right back. You make sure that the Cool Whip is thawed out because we're going to be using this shortly within 20 minutes. So we have 20 minutes to work with. So now I'm going to come directly here and we're going to start cutting up this sponge cake. Okay, we are going to cut this sponge cake, and I want to cut it up in some cubes. Not very small cubes. Maybe some medium size. I'm going to show you what size I cut them in. And I cut them about, let's say about half of this. You know, about there. Those are good sizes. You don't want them small because when we stir the cake, the sponge cake with the Jell-O, you don't want it to become like mush. Now, I just have to tell you that I know my mother didn't cube them. She tore them up like this. So you also have a choice to tear them up in big chunks like this. I'm going to just show you. So whatever way you choose is fine. But meantime, make sure you have this sponge cake all cut up before the 15 to 20 minutes while the Jell-O is in the refrigerator. Or you could actually cut it up before you even start. You can cut it up and have it set aside even before you make the Jell-O or waiting for the Jell-O. So I'm going to continue to cut and we'll be back to put it together. The Jell-O's done and it's been 22 minutes in my refrigerator and I want you to look at it. This is how it needs to be. It's not quite done yet, it's kind of like almost done. So this is what you need. Perfect. I've already cubed all of the sponge cake and I have my Cool Whip right next because we're going to need to assemble this all together. So here it goes. I'm going to do the best I can. So I'm going to get the Jell-O and I'm going to scoop it into the bowl. I'm going to scoop it in there and we're going to start just kind of like just tossing it lightly because we don't want it to be too mushy. We don't want to get these beautiful cubes very mushy. So we're going to just toss it a little till you kind of incorporate most of the Jell-O, maybe kind of throughout most of the sponge so it soaks it up and we don't have any Jell-O pockets. But you know what? If you have some, it's a little burst of funness. I'll show you later what I'm talking about. So here we go. We're putting this whole Cool Whip in there, the whole thing, and we are going to blend this very carefully. This is the hard part. You don't want to mush, you just want to fold over. So I will be right back and show you exactly what it's going to look like. Okay, we're at the finale almost. We're actually filling in our mold here. You're going to need the bundt cake mold, or if you have a mold of your choice. I'm putting it in and here we go. Look at that beautiful. It's going to come out pretty. Don't worry if it looks like it's kind of a little mushy. It's fine. It's going to blend together really nicely. I'm going to smooth it out with a spatula here and we're going to smooth it out here and we are going to put this in the refrigerator from anywhere, I'd say, to me, I'm going to say 6 hours, but I actually left, you could do this and just leave it overnight. It's so much better. And then I'm going to show you how to unmold it, and that is the Jell-O sponge Jell-O cake. Look how pretty. You're going to see how pretty it's going to look. Okay, and we're going to put it in the fridge and we'll be back. So here we are, and I just want to show you how to flip this. We had it in the refrigerator for 7 hours. Now you can leave it overnight, but I just hit 7. You're going to want to put warm water in a big bowl, bigger. Okay, so we're putting warmer to hot water. We're going to fill it just till it's halfway on the bundt pan. So we're going to fill this up and then we're going to set it in there for 5 minutes and then we're going to flip it and it should work. I'm going to show you how to do it. So it looks like, let's try maybe about there. Do you see how I'm putting this in? And we're going to let that sit there for 5 minutes and we'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to pull it out and just put it on the counter. Now, I want to let you know that we could start actually seeing if it's loosened from the side. You can get a small little spatula and run it along the side here and see if it's loosened up. We'll loosen it up a little bit. And we'll see. We're going to turn it and flip it. And we'll see if it's ready in about 3 minutes. and I'll be right back. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it, and we're gonna let it sit there for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Here it is, and look at how beautiful. So I put it for 3 minutes, and then I went ahead and put it back for 1 minute back in the water, and then loosened it up a little bit with the spatula. Here it is. I already flipped it over, and this is what it's gonna look like. Now I used 1.5 of the sponge cakes. My aunt uses 2, so hers might be higher. You can make a higher one if you use 2 round sponge cakes. So this is what it's going to look like, and now we are at the finale, and I'm going to show you what my mother did, and she would frost the outside. So we're going to just get started and start frosting the outside, and we'll go in the inside. And this is the other Cool Whip tub. That's why you need 2, because you're going to need to frost the cake. And I'm going to continue frosting, and I will be right back and show you what it's going to look like. So I just want to show you a little border that we can put on. I have a pastry bag, and I'll let you know about what size of the star tip I have. So I'm actually going to just do a little swirl and keep turning. Yeah. We're just going to do a little whirl around the edge, and you can turn a little faster. I have my son here helping me turn this. If you have a lazy Susan, of course it's going to be easier. Ooh, now he's getting faster. Okay, so you could stop right there and finish this off. We got a little fun little edge there, and we're going to maybe do a few little round on the top. Just do a couple of round twirls, and there you go. And what we'll do is just start kind of decorating I just sliced a few strawberries. I'm just gonna set them on top of these little peaks here. And then if you really want to get all fancy, we're gonna put a couple around the edge. Just stick them in like that. And we'll put scattered around there, and we'll just put them like that, just around the edge. You don't have to do this. My mother didn't really decorate her cake. She pretty much just did it white. But I'm a cake decorator, so that's probably why I'm doing this. And that is it right there. We've got this done, and boom, there it is. And simple strawberry, quick sponge strawberry cake. We are completely done. The next thing you're going to do is put it straight into the refrigerator. Let it sit in there for about 30 minutes to an hour. Then you're going to slice it, and it's going to be wonderful. We are at the finale, and I'm so excited because we're about to try it. Look how pretty the inside looks. I cut 3 pieces, but I got to tell you a little tip. The tip is you want a very nice, sharp knife. Now, I ran this knife under hot water, and then I dried it with a towel, and then you're going to want to press down, and you'll get a very smooth cut, just like I cut these. They ended up coming out like a smooth cut. I want you to look at that. Look at the little cute sponge cakes in there. There's one. I'm actually going to try this one, and I cut a small slice, and there's big slices. So perfect for a party, here it goes. It is so light and refreshing for summer. It doesn't have a lot of calories either. Okay, I'll be back with the scripture of the day. I hope you enjoyed the show today. I had such a fun time showing you this. And in honor of my mother, I just wanted you to know that her favorite type of clothing to wear was a plaid shirt. And I'm going to post a picture of her with her favorite plaid shirt. So in honor of my mother, I'm wearing a plaid shirt. Love you, Mom.
Love you, Grandma.
Love you, Mom. And we will
really
see
miss you.
We really miss you. And I am going to go into the scripture of the day. And I chose a very good one. And today it is Psalms 35:19. Even when bad things happen to the good and godly ones, the Lord will save them and not let them be defeated by what they face. God will be your bodyguard to protect you when trouble is near. Not one bone will be broken. What an amazing promise that is. No matter what happens, God will save you. He'll not let you be defeated, and He will be your bodyguard to protect you whenever there is trouble. Just keep that in your heart and ponder on it and recite it and say it, because it is so rich. And I want to thank you today for spending time with me. I had so much fun, and I have to let you know that the next show is going to be the famous pink drink from Starbucks, but I have my own version, and you're going to want to stay tuned because it is delicious. So bye and have a great day. We'll see you again on Maria's Kitchen.